it's just going to be for me. The only reason I want to do that is because we're always talking about conversations that need to be out there. So, I mean, we talk about Forex and their dilemma of, I guess, the actual company filing bankruptcy, but they wanted to tie so much to financial literacy. Hey, there's nothing wrong about learning about stocks, but Forex was just one. And it was so aggressive. You know what I'm saying? It was so aggressive where, Michael, if you're getting ready to do what I think you're getting ready to do, go ahead and put me on mute. Oh, okay. Thank you, baby. I'm sorry, you guys. I am just having a conversation with some of my teammates and one of my executive assistant, as well as my son, in reference to some of the things that happened with Forex. A couple days ago, they were a $30 billion company. Now it's like, but the bottom line is there's nothing wrong with learning about investing. I love investing, but as I mentioned before, if you are not a Fortune 500, or if you're not a company that's earning at least 7 figures a year, I'm talking about not small business. If you're not a company that's earning at least seven figures a year, that means that, okay, if you can invest in a certain type of stock, hey, you can, but that means you won't be totally dependent on that stock. When you play the stock market and when you play different things like that, it's for the long term. Don't invest money into something that you may need in 3 to 6 months. So I kind of really cringe sometimes when people say that they were learning investments was like learning financial literacy. I kind of cringe only because of the fact that when you look at the core value of financial literacy, you look at your personal finance. I look at it as matters of personal finance. So when I see something of that nature and people are, how can I say, they're saying, you're doing this and you're doing that. And no. Realistically, matters of personal finance is you dealing with your banking, your current banking, or you're dealing with your personal credit or 401k, things that you have tangible access to. If you put something in the stock market, you can't always kind of get it out as quickly as you need it. And then if you do that, it may not be the amount that you put in. Let's just be realistic. And I'm not knocking Forex. I'm not knocking investing. I'm not, because one thing I like to let people know all the time, when it comes to investing, the first thing that you should invest in is yourself. So with all of that being said, we were just having this casual conversation, and I'm always like, oh, this needs to be alive. Oh, we need to be doing this. Oh, we need to be doing that. But no, even in the midst of having this conversation, I needed to just stop and just record, because we go over this information over and over and over, but I don't know how important it is for somebody out there that needs to get this information. So that's kind of like it in a nutshell. And even though we're sitting here having the conversation and we're talking about going into the new year, we're still in a recession, and one of the conversations I had this morning with my family, I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you. We do pretty well. We do pretty well financially, but I don't want to live above my means. I want to live below my means. Meaning I want to, at this point, because of the fact that we're in a recession or we're going into whatever the government decides, I want to make sure that I'm watching every penny. So yes, even though I don't have to, but no, I am budgeting. We are now on a budget for the remainder of the year. We're on a budget. I had to tell my kids, I'm like, look, Thanksgiving is coming up. Y'all know I'm cooking, but we ain't getting the turkey. We're going to do some turkey wings or some turkey necks with some gravy. And because the biggest thing they want is gumbo. I'm just giving you my mere understanding of things. And sometimes maybe it could be relatable. So we will still have a full Thanksgiving, not a full Thanksgiving, but we want to have a Thanksgiving dinner, but it won't be as elaborate as it normally is. With the gumbo, the turkey, the ham. I told them, I said, y'all gonna have to pick between turkey and ham. We don't need to be eating all that pork anyway, but that's something else different. That's for another live, should I say. But the bottom line is we're going to have to do some things differently. And it's only for a short term. We're not going to always be in this particular predicament. But you need to really look at some of the things that's going on. We talk about the uprising of the gas prices, and we're talking about what's going on in the grocery stores. We need to be very mindful. We won't always be in the situation, but why we'll see, and we just need to take notice of what's going on in the economy and what's going on with our government. Yes, the prices of houses have slashed. Yeah, they have. They have decreased. But guess what, baby? Come to find out about that interest rate. Ooh, them interest rates are ridiculous. So really, sometimes when you really look at it and when you do that comparison, you're paying more for a house, even though it's less what it was, 6-7 months ago. But since your interest rate is more, you're paying more for the house. So maybe it's not the right time for you to go out and purchase a home. I'm just being realistic. But listen, I know I can go on and on and on and on and on in reference to some of the financials and different things that go on in this world today. But remember, this is Zoe, your crazy credit cousin. And normally we start off with a normal introduction and everything. But I had to get all this together for y'all because I wanted to just make sure that you were getting the gist of it instead of the filibustering. But remember, this is Zoe, your crazy credit cousin. I just wanted to come to you and share with you on this financially free Friday. Well, let's try to remain financially free. Hello, now somebody. So with all of that being said, if you have any other questions, even comments, even any snide remarks, I welcome that as well, because everybody is entitled to an opinion and everybody may not see the way that I may be looking at things, but sometimes it can be relatable. This is Zoe, your crazy credit cousin. Hey, if you got something to tell me, holla at me.